Right. So once you start breathing, relaxing the body on the mat, laying down on the ground, support your head with something if you need to support it. So you have the knees bent or the legs over something. As you start feeling you're more relaxed on the back, you can start really going into the rib breathing, breathing to the back and side of the rib cage, breathing out, pulling the pelvic floor, sinking, lifting abdominals, hugging the hip bones, the waist, and the ribs. So starting with just activation of pelvic floor is perfectly fine. Pelvic floor, scoop, lift abdominals. Try to expand the ribs back, sideways, and then just let it float up without detaching the back. Remember, everything is super gentle. So we're using about 20-30% effort to really hollow gently the abdominals in, not to tighten everything. And as you breathe in, you can still lengthen the base of the skull and the back of the head up and reach the arms and the shoulders down. So start getting that distance between the neck, the base of the skull, and the shoulders. So finish that one more breath. And then we're going to add that pelvic tilt. So we're going to hollow the abdominals, lift. As you lift, pull the pelvis with you. So you connect the hips with the ribs and pubic bone with belly button. Then you're going to breathe in, lengthen the waist, lengthen the sit bone, keep the ribs quiet, arch the back and reach the pelvis forward. So as much movement with the inner abdominals to imprint and tilt the pelvis, and just as much movement with the low back to arch and reach forward. Don't forget to hug the ribs gently at the end. Feel even force on both sides of the spine and even engagement on both sides of the abdominals. If you don't feel the abdominals, keep sinking both sides and then lift. If you don't feel the back, keep lengthening and then just tilt when you feel you've lengthened the most. So sink, 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 come to neutral, keep sinking, scoop, lift, hug the ribs. And then between the arching and the imprint, let's find a comfortable neutral for you today. Heavy tailbone and sacrum, low back off the mat, ribs down, reaching the arms. Bend the elbows if your shoulders are tight. And let's march. So feet in alignment with the sit bones. When you're ready, right leg is going to float up without changing the position of the pelvis. Scoop the belly, lift the abdominals, relax the leg back down. So same rhythm up and down of the legs and hip flexors nice and relaxed. And you're using mostly your deep core. And we're going to alternate for about 8 to 10. Try not to pull the knee in, float the leg up, and then keep floating towards the ceiling and back. So think of dragging your knee on the ceiling as you pull it up. Don't think of bringing the knee to you. Good. Keep that heavy pelvis. If you usually use a towel or a mat behind your back, go ahead and squish it a little bit with your low back. That helps with the engagement of the abdominals plus the stability of the back. Breathing in to lift, out to come down, or breathing out to lift. Quick breath in at the top, breathing out to come back down. Looks good, ladies. Very nice. So we're finishing it off with the left. If you started with the right, then both feet down. We're going to crunch. So the crunch is either arms next to the hips, to the ceiling, or supporting your neck. Let's lengthen the back of the neck. Wherever you chose your hand to be, hollow the abdominals, roll the head, chin to chest, then push into the back of the ribs to continue rolling. You should now be gazing right between your thighs or top of the knees. Arms come down, shoulder blades and Chest bones nice and wide. Now roll down. Push the ribs down one at a time, like you're doing a bridge. Yes. And again, breathe in, lengthen base of skull, look at the horizon. Breathe out, hollow, pelvic floor, sink, lift abdominals, press into the ribs to lift the head and shoulders. Don't guide the movement from the neck, it's from the ribs. Bring the arms down with the wide collarbone and shoulders. Then roll down one bone at a time. Imprinting now that upper back. Keep going. Breathe into top. Breathe out hollow, round. Use the ribs to lift the head. And roll one bone at a time. Push it down. Nice. Keep going. You're going to give me 2 to 3 more. Hollow the belly. Don't over push the abdominals. Yeah, so don't push belly to seating. You're hollowing. Even when you crunch, the lower abdominals are hollow and you're moving through that upper part. And the arms are moving up and down, or you're holding your head, or you're at least reaching forward. Let's add the marches. So crunch, march. Roll down, controlling both the legs, the shoulders, and the arms. Breathe out, march. So pelvis stays same place. Yeah, we're trying to still not rock and roll. The leg that stays down, press the back of the pelvis, push that foot into the mat to give you more stability. So press the foot, back of pelvis, then we crunch. Pelvis is still not moving, so don't roll the pelvis forward and back as you march. Keep tailbone and sacrum nice and anchored into the mat. Good things. So 6 to 8 alternating. Very nice. Excellent. Good. And then you can relax down when you're done. We're going to do a quick a no crunch reach. We're going to bend you can bend your right leg if you want. I'm going to bend the one closer to the camera. You're going to reach the right arm. Sorry. So I'm doing left leg. Reach the right arm inside your left leg and push away. So we're doing opposites, yeah? So inside the knee, push the knee away, resist. Are we there? And then bring it back down. Same side. So I'm marching my left leg, you can march your right. The opposite arm is gonna go in. You're gonna push the leg away and resist. So we have muscles under armpit and inner thighs really connecting. And down, and let's try the other side. So I have my elbows bent like this. I'm gonna lift the other leg. I'm gonna reach my arm forward, across, and then push the leg away, resist, and then bring it down. And again, watch that the shoulder doesn't round. So through the pinky finger, reach under the armpit and then push the leg away, resist. And let's alternate for 6. So I'm giving your neck a break. So we're gonna reach, press, resist, bring it down and reach. You can do it on a breath in or out. Resist, watch when you lower that leg, you're still working. Okay? Reach, press, resist, and you should be feeding all those muscles under the armpit. Try to reach through the pinky. Even if you need to rotate the arm a little bit, I need to be feeding muscles under the armpit and on the lower ribs to be working. That's it. Last one, even it out. Now we're gonna add the crunch, okay? So I'm back to my left leg. I'm gonna crunch. Now I'm gonna push into my left shoulder to help me rotate, and I'm gonna really press the right pelvis down. I rotate, reach across with the crunch, and I bring it back down. So do 2 left to right, okay? So I'll try to mirror the TV. 2 left to right, until you feel that motion. Use the shoulder that's staying down to anchor you, and then do the other side. Anchor the shoulder, opposite pelvis, then you rotate, reach, push, resist. And down. Do 2 on each side, and then you're gonna alternate 6 to 8. So first press the shoulder so you know you're rotating to that side. Opposite hip presses, reach, Push the leg, resist, and down. Breathe out. Don't forget the foot, the pelvis and the shoulder that stays down, you're using them. So you're pressing with the bottom ones and reaching and pushing with the other ones that you're crunching with. Alternate 6 to 8. So you're going to be looking towards the camera, looking away from the camera. Good. Make sure that you're not shifting the shoulders, yeah? That's what the job of the shoulder that stays down does. It makes you not shift the shoulder to the side. And when you're done, bring it down and rest. Arms come down to the floor. Good. And we're going to go through bridges. So reach the arms towards your toes, lengthen the back of the neck. And we're going to do the 3 stages of bridging. We're going to do pelvic tilts only, roll the pelvis, then all the way up. Then we're going to add things. So reach the arms, feet in alignment with sit bones or hip width if that's more comfortable. Dig the heels on the ground, feel the activation of the butt, hollow the belly. I don't want tight abdominals, so hollow, imprint, dig the heels, squeeze the butt, now lengthen the tailbone up only. Keep the abdominals pressing the whole spine down and the butt is just lengthening tailbone. Breathe in, back to neutral. Okay, breathe out, hollow. Imprint, dig the heels, squeeze the butt, tailbone goes up, thighs reach forward, breathe in, lower everything back down. Good, 1 or 2 more like that. It's nice to get that movement and the release of the pelvis. If you have something under your head, once you start rolling the pelvis, we need to remove whatever is under the head for you, okay? So the first few, you can keep it. Once you start rolling up all the way to the bottom of the shoulders, we remove whatever is under your head. So let's go halfway. So waist, that means the whole pelvis is gonna lift flat. Now, breathe in from the base of the skull all the way to the tailbone, lengthen spine. Breathe out, imprint, dig the heels, squeeze the butt, roll the pelvis. Now the ribs stay down. Breathe in again to lengthen tailbone and thighs. Use the abdominals to mobilize 1 bone at a time. Back to neutral. And then start over again. Breathe out, imprint, dig the heels, squeeze the butt, roll the pelvis, keeping the ribs pressing down. Breathe in at the top to keep lengthening. And as you go down, think of that pelvis pushing farther away from you and then down. Give me 1 or 2 more. Yeah, so we're lengthening always. The pelvis and the tailbone are always moving out and away to keep that lengthening of the spine. Roll down. The last thing that touches down is your tailbone. With long, long, long spine. All right, so if you have something behind your neck or head, let's move it out and let's start rolling further up. So we have 3 to 4 full bridges. Then we rest. We're going to add marches later. So we're going to breathe out, imprint, squeeze the butt, dig the heel, roll. So go through the pelvis lift, then keep feeling 1 rib cage at a time. Press the scapula and the arms down. Keep digging your heels. You're moving the tailbone up, using the abdominals to keep the chest and the ribs down. Find that nice long line. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, chest comes down. Esophagus goes down. And you move 1 bone at a time. Keep the arms reaching to your feet, the base of the skull reaching back, and the tailbone reaching forward. The longest spine you can give me as you roll down. Okay, focus on the lengthening. Watch not to stress the shoulders. If you're rolling the shoulders, open up the elbows a little bit. Okay, and give me that articulating bridge. Up, maybe a little higher, chest down. Lengthen through the back of the body. The front of the body is really connecting. And then chest goes down. Esophagus comes down first. And then think, 1 rib goes down, lengthen. 1 bone of my spine goes down. The next, and you lengthen 1 away from the other as you go down. Good. And touch down. Okay, so keep lengthening, lengthening, lengthening. Nice thing. Keep digging the heel into the mat. Keep the chest and the ribs down. Keep the abdominals working all the time. Nice. This looks amazing. Everybody looks great. Try to go higher each time, but only use your butt, yeah? Think of the bottom of the butt doing the pushing, the abdominals doing the tucking. Don't lose the tuck to go higher. The thighs reach forward. And then when you come down, remember, you're really decompressing the spine. Pull one bone away from the next as you go down. Keep the knees forward. Don't let it collapse. Abs in, abs in. Keep the ball. Ribs down. That looks incredible. Very nice, everyone. Okay, so if you need to take a break, take a break. Everybody took a break together. We're gonna go up on the next one and we're gonna march. So I need you guys focus on the pelvic stability, okay? So when we come up, you don't have to go as high. You can be just a fist width height, meaning you make a fist and it touches the floor, touches the sacrum, you can be here. More advanced is you just go higher, but you need to maintain the position. So let's go into a bridge that's comfortable for you. Okay, roll up and then see what's comfortable. Now, we're gonna really press. So I'm gonna really push my left foot down and squeeze my butt. I'm gonna lift my right hip with my abdominals and really float my right leg up. And then it comes back down without me dipping the pelvis. Use the arms on the floor. Left side, press the left arm. Lift the left hip. Keep the right side pushing the hip up too and float. Now make sure the left hip keeps going up when the left leg goes up and down. If you need to look up and see what's going on, make sure the pelvis is not dipping side to side. If it is, lower. If you're cramping, lower the pelvis. So abs tight, belly in, tuck the pelvis. Okay, so when you go up and down, we don't want the pelvis to move. Keep pulling lower abdominals. So pubic bone in, tailbone up. Chest down. Use the arms on the ground. You're going to give me about 10, yeah? Good. Rani, it looks like you're arching a bit. Can you bring your belly down? Yes, there you go. So pull the belly button in and tailbone needs to be higher than pubic bone. Oh, I have 2 Ranias. I just realized that. Okay. Nice. No, you're good. So I'll call Atalla or Rania. Rania Barakat, Rania Atalla. All right. So Rania Barakat, you're not bridged. You don't want to bridge up? Yeah, just even if it's just a little bit. Finish your 10 and then roll down and stretch a little bit. Nice, nice, nice. Abs in. So round the pelvis, tailbone to ceiling. Yeah, we don't want any arching. I don't mind neutral. Of course, I don't mind, but to maintain a neutral here is quite a lot of work. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah. Get a quick stretch. Then I'm going to take you into a flat back bridge. So if you need to stretch here or stretch hamstrings, go for it. I'm going to kill your legs a bit, and then we're going to be just abs and upper body after that. With the band. With the band. Okay, so flat back. So now we're going to go straight up and down, okay? You're going to have to find your neutral by hugging the ribs, hugging the hip bones. Then just squeeze the butt max. I want you to dig the heels on the ground and float the pelvis off the ground. Just float it. I want the pubic bone and the tailbone forward. I don't want you to tuck. Keep the arch of the low back off the mat and then dig the heel, float. Okay, so my pelvis is off the ground. Now I want you to keep floating. So I don't want you to do anything except hug the abdominals this way, not in a crunching position. And if from the bottom butt, you're going to float the butt all the way up, knees forward. When you come down, all I want you to touch is the bottom of the butt. So only tap, tailbone down, press the heel, squeeze the butt, come all the way up, okay? We're going to try to go for 10. So do what you can. Arms pressing and reaching to the toes. And let's lift the glutes up. Lengthen the tailbone. And we're going to tap. Tailbone goes down, just the tailbone. Dig the heel, squeeze the butt, bring it back up, straight up. And go 2, tap, Breathe out, lift. 3, tap. Dig the heels, come up. 4, chest and ribs down, lift. 5, down, tap, squeeze. Good. 6, don't change the position of the pelvis or back. 7, so we're working all the way down here at the butt. 8, tap. Dig the heels, push. 9, don't let the ribs float. Tap all the way up. 10, tap. Stay up, and I want tiny squeezes of the butt and go 1, tuck. 2, abs in. 3, 4, tiny pulses. 5, 6, keep digging the heels. 7, 8, 9, 10. Roll down and relax the spine. Woo! Cross the leg and stretch. Very nice. Okay, so let's hold it here. Let me time it. So push knee if you need to, pull legs to you. Whatever is comfortable, foot can be down. Keep the pelvis as squared as you can. So I usually rotate my foot in and get my knee out so I don't shorten the side of the leg I'm not stretching. Usually the side you're stretching is going to shorten the opposite side. That's 30 seconds. Grab the leg and pull. And slowly we're going to switch sides. Same thing, adjust. Both sides are different. So lengthen both sit bones forward, pull the leg, push the knee. Yeah, pigeon stretch is definitely an option if you feel like you prefer that. "20 seconds to go." You don't have to stretch if you just want to hold your knees, but hey, who is going to say no to butt stretching? It releases the back. Nice. Yay. Okay, and release. All right, so if you have the band, if you need to get up, roll, come up, it's nice to get up a little bit if you need to. So we're going to be using band, okay? If you don't have it, it's just you're not gonna have as much resistance. If you have it, then we're gonna use resistance with us. So we put all those there for you, so you can pick whichever one you want. Okay, there's the green, the blue, and the black. The red ones are a bit lighter. Okay, now we're gonna be working arms, but you're gonna have to work everything else like everything we always do. I wanna do tricep presses to begin with, and we're gonna start here on tabletop. And the band is gonna come over your thighs, okay? If this is gonna be too much for you, it's gonna be hard to do it any other way because I don't, well, maybe you can, I don't know how to, maybe you have to wrap it around the thighs to be able to use it if your knees are gonna stay down, okay? But other than that, really the thing that works the best is up here. So we're gonna just spread the band over the knees. You can definitely bring the knees closer to you if that's better. Just adjust the band to where it can be somewhere where your arms can get that tension for the tricep presses, okay? So the lower you go in alignment with the hands is where you're gonna go here. Otherwise, knees are up, further forward, and the band is here. You decide how much you wanna work the abdominals here. I prefer inner thighs together, or at least heels together to keep the connection of the midline of the body. Basically, the band is going to have to be somewhere where your arms are straight here and have resistance. Now, we're going to start with the elbows bent. When you straighten your arms, your hands do not have to stay on the ground. If you're tight and your hand stays on the ground, you're going to have internal rotation of the shoulders. Just lift the arms at hip or above hip level So your scapulas and the outer shoulders are still in touch with the mat, okay? So first thing we're gonna do is the tricep presses. I'm holding the band this way, and I'm holding as high as I want resistance, okay? Now I can start with the elbow on the mat, but when I straighten, I can take it out. So abs tight, heels together or inner thighs together. Push your scapulas on the mat without popping the ribs. So ribs down like you're doing a crunch, scapulas gently pressing. And on the breath out, you're gonna straighten your arms and go as far as you can reach the band down and forward. Now control that. So you can already feel that your legs are working, right? Breathe out, press and reach. Breathe in, bend slowly and go 3. Stretch it. Now, Urania Barakat, you have to bend your elbow. So bend to come back. Yeah, so we're doing this and this, not this yet. We are going to do that. So bend, release, straighten, push and reach for the triceps, back of the arm. I want straight arms, not halfway. It has to be straight. And go. 6, I think. Go straight, straighten your arms a bit more, 7. 7, press down and forward so you can straighten. Lock the elbows and bend. So keep the elbows off the ground, yeah? I don't know, 8. We're doing 10 to 12. Yeah, so don't just go down. You're straightening forward. So I want your hand to reach the wall in front of you. Yeah, so you're straightening and reaching forward. That's it. And 10. For those counting, you're lucky. Okay, relax it. Relax the legs either on the ground. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're adding crunches to this. Okay, so same arm movement with crunch. So now we're gonna lift the body off the ground. For more advanced people, you have 2 options. You can wrap the band around your feet if you want to straighten the legs out. So basically you would be here, okay, with the elbows bent. When you, palms facing down. When you push the leg, you straighten the arms. There goes that band. So you straighten legs, straighten arms. You need a long band for this, and then you bend. If you don't want to do that, and you don't have a long band, stick to what we were doing, okay? Heels together, knees bent, just knees further away if you need more challenge on the lower abdominals, and elbows bent, and tricep presses, crunch. Bend and return. And we're doing anywhere between 6 to 10 of those. So we press and crunch, reach the arms forward, not just down. I don't want to see shoulders rotating. I want to see shoulders and scapulas down, bend and down. Okay, so 6 to 10 of those, that's it. That looks long enough for you? Yeah, good. That looks amazing. Okay, so I have girls here using legs. I can show you. Yeah, so there we go. Nice. So we have some straightening of arm and leg or knees bent. So Rania, we're doing tricep presses. It's not just the legs, a barakat. Yeah, you have to do the tricep press plus the crunch. So the arm is doing the same work. Good. Nice, Atallah. Nice, nice. Watch the neck, yeah? Use the ribs to come up. More ribs, more ribs. Yes, there you go. There you go. There's too much neck going on there. So when you're done with anywhere between 6 to 10, just rest again. Nice, ladies. That looks amazing, actually. It's because you're not stabilizing it more. So bend the knees and go up to the ceiling more instead of lower. Lower back is because you're not imprinting. So there's a lot going on because the legs are pushing, you're pressing down. So it's about not imprint. Yeah, the lower abdominals. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go through straight legs now. Let's see if I don't move back a little bit. Okay, so straight arms. This is straight legs. We're gonna go back to straight arms. If you want to keep your feet wrapped on the band, it's totally fine. Yeah, so if you're already wrapped, I always give you next level if you need to. You can keep the leg straight and do it from here, or keep it bent and do it from here. Now, we're gonna do arms straight down and up. Of course, because of where we are, where the legs are, we can't come up to the chest level. So you're gonna hold your band as high as you can, and you're gonna press straight down. I have my palms facing each other. If you wanna make palms facing the floor, you can. It's just because of the way you grab the band. So pinky to ceiling, thumbs, pinky to mat, thumbs to ceiling. And you're gonna press straight down. What I want you to do as you're pressing is I need you to hug your ribs and try to bring your scapulars towards the midline more. And then you release it, control back up. Okay? So you're gonna press forward. So the arms are forward, press down, squeezing scapulars and ribs so your ribs don't pop. And then come back up again. I ended up with my toes connected, not my heels or my inner thighs. So as you're pressing down, squeeze scapula and ribs so you're not arching, and bring it back up. Remember, you can always rest the legs into the chest more. Okay? So try to do another 10 to 12 here. But I need the scapulas. As you press the arms down, the scapulas need to squeeze more, and you need to hug the ribs so the ribs don't pop when you squeeze scapulas. Okay? Nice. So straight arms, straight arm. It's completely straight. And now we're working posterior shoulders and lats. Yeah, the back of the shoulders and the lats, and then a little bit of the stuff between the scapulas because we're bringing them together. But the arms are completely locked. Lock your elbows, ladies. Lock the elbows. Fatma, straight arms. Fatma, straight arm. Straight. Yes. It's straight down and straight up. No bending. Lock the elbow. That's it, Yes. So push the bend forward and lock the elbows and come straight down. Rest. Okay. So while you rest, I'm going to show you the next one. We're going to do straight arms and straight leg lowers with the abdomen. So now it's the abdominal part of it with the arms. If you need to keep your knees bent, you're going to do a double leg toe tap. So all in all, if you have the band wrapped or not, doesn't matter if it's not too wrapped, you're going to be here. So hold lower if you need to on the band. This is with the leg straight, it's more advanced. You're going to press the arms, crunch and lower the legs, and you're going to come back down, releasing everything. So chin to chest, dig the back of the ribs, press and lower, and come back up. If your knees are bent, you're just going to do the double leg toe taps. So as you crunch, you lower the legs a little bit. Be careful with the low back, arms pressing, release legs, release arm, roll the shoulder and the head down. Okay, so this is the option with knees bent. Please watch your low back. This one, you have to be much more careful. It's much more work. So when you come up and you lower the legs, I need to see this imprint. Now, the nice thing about having the band on your feet, if you have straight legs, is that it's pulling the leg into the hip joint for you. That's a nice thing, yeah? It gives you a nice stability of leg and hip joint as you pull the band. So 6 to 8, but watch the back. Remember, it can be knees bent. So Rania, if you, Barakat, if you wanna just keep using the legs and you don't wanna use the head up and down, just do it with the legs and the arms. Do it with the knees bent. So for those who don't wanna crunch, you're supporting the head with something. Yeah, you can do just the arms and just the legs. So either leg straight or knees bend, straight, dip the legs down and pull the band down. Either leg straight or bend, and the legs go and the arms go, but the head doesn't come up into the crunch. So that's the option. Yeah, that's it, Rania. But you're not bending the elbows, yeah? It's straight arms.
What is the modification with the legs bend?
It's double leg toe taps. So you go straight down and the toes dip down. So that you don't straighten the legs. So it's just the heels come down, not the heels. It's just keep a 90 degree, the knees go away from you and you come down. If you go this way, this is much harder, yeah?
And the head doesn't come up.
You can, so this is the option with no crunch. I don't think they can see. This is the option with no crunch. This is the option with the crunch. Okay? Either way, the head stays down, the legs don't, no, so it doesn't go straight and down. It stays bent. Yeah? And then, yeah, so it's double leg toe tap. That's it.
And my head stays up the whole time.
No, you're crunching, coming down or up or not. Crunch, toe tap, press the arm down. Yeah, so you're doing three things. You're crunching, you're pressing the arm, and you're lowering the legs. So the only thing here, Fatima, is your legs are either going down and up, straight or bent, not straighten and bend. Leg position stays the same. Rest if you're ready to rest. Yeah, so lower arms, lower legs, and bring it back up. And because your head is down, you can bend it more so your back is more controlled, right? Every time you need to support your low back more, just bend the knees a little bit more. Good? Not easy. Lots you can do with that then. Okay. All right. So what I want on the next one, actually, let me see if we can do it this way. Yes. All right. So we can actually bring the band under the thighs. This one, if you need to rest the legs, you can. Okay? Or you can keep it up here, still working. Yeah? What we're gonna do is open the band to the side. So that position I was in, I'm just gonna show you the camera. We're gonna open the band so you're gonna feel your shoulders, yeah? Open the band, control the band in, all right? All we're doing is this. So this is the arm work part of it. You see? Yeah. So reach the band down and away, legs down or legs up, and keep pushing forward, open the band. Don't let the shoulders come up. The shoulders stay wide and then close it back in. Okay? And in. Try to do 8 to 10. And if it touches your bum or the back of the leg, that's fine. It's just adding even more resistance. Open, open, open. I want 4 counts coming in, Sarah. Open the band, hold. Slowly 4. In 3, 2, 1. Open the band and hold. Hold it. Come in slowly, reaching the band forward. Forward, forward. Yeah, control the pulling. Anywhere from 6 to 12. Control the coming back in. Don't let the band pull you. Open and hold. If it's too much resistance, just hold a little bit wider. Nice. Push the band forward and then open. Nice. Control in, reaching everything forward. Lengthen the back of the neck. Ribs are down. Again, if the shoulders are tight, you just bring the band a little bit higher. Always. Okay, to help you with the stability of the chest and the ribs. Rest the arms. This one is the hardest on the arms sometimes. Okay, so what we're gonna do with the legs while you rest is we're gonna open and close. So you have the option of the legs being straight up to the ceiling. Here. You open band, open legs close. So this works a lot of lower abdominals. We're not going to come up. If you want to lower the legs, open, close, that's even more work. And knee bend option, open, close here. So they're both going to open. They're both going to close. Okay? Here, at anywhere between 90 degrees, you know, less than the 180, and then all the way to straight legs if you have that flexibility. And then from there, you're going to choose head down this time. You don't need to crunch. We're working more core stability on this one. Pick the one you want. Legs up here, work lower abdominals. So do try to imprint. Arms reaching, legs wherever you want. Okay. You guys can see me. And you're gonna reach the arms. Remember to raise it a little bit if your shoulders are tight. Push the band away from your legs and then open. It's up to you how much stability, and close the band, close the legs. Okay, 2. When you close the leg, pull that pelvic floor and abdominal in. 4. Keep the arms straight, please. Your elbows are locked. You're pushing the band away from your thighs. The band should be pushing away from the thighs. Don't bend the elbows, Barakat. Straight arms. Yes. Open band, open legs. Nice. And control. Are both your legs opening the same? Are you tipping side to side? Then control that as well. So lower abdominals working hard. Yes, of course, inner thighs and outer thighs also. Good. Open, close. When you're done with your 8 to 10-ish, you can rest. Nice. Control it, Sarah. Don't throw it. Control, open, control. Knees bent. So anywhere from 90 degrees to 120 to 180. Yeah, you keep it the same position because you open and close. You open the band and open the arm, the band and the legs. Yes. Here you go. Open, hold. Now work on the closing of its own. Yeah. Good. Yes. Everybody doing okay? All right. Let me see. Last thing. Can we do it? Yeah, we can do circles. Okay, so again, back to the feet. So if you have the band around the toes, you might have a little bit more range of motion. We're gonna do arm circles. So if you have the band that can long enough to be on the toes, you can do the arm circles here, or if it's up here on the thigh, you're gonna have it's gonna lose some tension at the top, but you can still do it, right? So pick where you wanna be. Again, the legs can't be down on this one. So either on the toes with the legs up, down, you find your challenge, but knees bent is totally fine. Band over the band over the thighs is fine. Now hold at the top, depending on your strength of band. Yeah, you might have to hold a little lower. We're gonna start with the circle going down, then out, then back up to the knee. Let's go. So in this position, if you have it on your toes, again, you have constant resistance. So let's go. Breathe out, press down, open to the side, circle back up to the starting position. You might lose resistance. If you don't want to lose it, don't go all the way in. Breathe out, down, open as wide as you can, and up. 3. Now, you have to have constant pace in the circle. And I need you to find that your arm bone, yeah, your humerus, is actually going around the shoulder joint, and it should feel nice and mobile. So keep pushing the band forward because we want the arms nice and straight, and circle that arm around, and don't circle the whole shoulder joint. It's just the arm. So anchor your scapulas down. Rest if you've done about 8, because we're going to reverse the circle. Of course, you can go up to 10. Push the band forward, push the band forward. Yes, I want nice long arms and the shoulders pulling away. So the reverse is going to be from the top, you're going to open, press down and bring it into the hips, and then it goes back up. Open the band. Press down towards the hip and control it back up. So you can breathe out to open and press down, breathe in to bring it in and up. Again, don't move the whole shoulder joint. Reach the arm and lock the elbow. Lock up to a point, no pressure on the elbow joint, but keep reaching. Nice, so open the band out, press down towards the hip. Nice, and back up. Watch that the ribs are stable. That's it. Really nice, ladies. Nice work. Keep pushing that band forward. Add resistance if you can do more resistance. Take resistance off if you feel like you're rolling the shoulder in. Good. 8-ish, 6 to 10. What works for you? Nice, and rest. Good. All right, we're gonna keep it at that for that one. So we're gonna come up, since we all have bands, we're actually gonna do a little bit of back work seated. So roll to the side or roll back up, and we're gonna go into seated work, all right? If you need to sit on something, please feel free to, but I would like your legs to be in front of you. So if you need a couple of blocks, a rolled up mat, anything that helps your hip flexors, great. We're gonna take the bands to the feet. You can just put it flat around the balls of the foot, or again, if you have a long band, go ahead and wrap it around, okay? We don't need it, well, we will need bands, a lot of bands. Okay, so here, I'm totally fine with the knees bent. I need your back straight. So if you're gonna straighten the back and lose the back, then bend it in as much as you need to bend, yeah? The legs don't need to be together. If you'd rather bring the inner thighs together for more connection, you can. Good? All right, so let's do my favorite scapular glides. Go all the way in on the band and then sit up tall and have some resistance that you can hold. Push the bottom ribs back, lift the abdominals up, and stack everything exactly on top of each other. Good. And then shoulders down, glide the scapulas back. So if you guys want to face the mirror, you can, yeah? And then shoulders down and forward if you want to look at yourself in the mirror. Down and squeeze scapulas back. And down, scapulas forward. So when we pull the scapulas back, we don't want the chest and the ribs to pop, meaning hug your hip bones, hug your waist, so abs tight and lifting. And just scapula glides. Try not to bend the elbow on this one. We're not bending yet. We're just pulling scapulas. Down, back, down, forward. Almost like a semicircle. Down, back, down, forward. So give me about 3 more. It should be nice and mobile. Abs are working double time, yeah? Keep the sit bones squeezing together. I think it might help you. Good. And if you need to release, just stretch forward. You can stretch forward with the knees back. So we're gonna do rowing, and we're gonna do wide rowing. Again, if your band is long, I would like you to cross it. Yeah? And then you can hold as high as you want. And we're gonna do a little bit of a high row, meaning we usually do it down here or maybe a little bit higher. Today's gonna be at about raw line chest level. But be careful how you go. Of course, we don't want the shoulders to come to the ears. So you're gonna pull the shoulders and scapulas down. Really pull it down. Now, once the scapula is as far down as you can, let's lift the elbows as high as it will go without the shoulders coming up. Okay, and you're lifting literally the elbows with your shoulder muscles, right? So shoulders down, lift elbow, lift, 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 lift. Now open the band to where your hands are almost aligned with the elbows. Now, up here, squeeze. So you're gonna do your rowing on more of your upper back. You feel it? Scapula squeeze, not elbow pulls, and then you release it all the way forward. And again, abs tight, shoulders down, elbows up, and squeeze the top of the scapulas together. Squeeze it, the elbows follow, stay wide, and then you release it. So there's a lot of work on the shoulders and the back. Please don't do this. Don't bend the elbow to pull the band. You're just gliding. So the hands are only holding the elbows. So when you pull, I'm going to show you at this angle. Look, my angle of the elbow doesn't shorten that much. Scapula, 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 scapula. So you're not doing this. Yeah? Keep the hands wide, keep the shoulders wide, and there's the angle of the elbow. So be careful not to pull this way, shorten the angle, and drop the hands. So stay wide with the shoulders, squeeze scapulas opening up. Nice, and stay high with the elbow, as high as it'll go. Then down, nice. Scapula, 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 scapula. Good, go, 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 Fatima, more. I want to see your chest open at the end, yeah? I need to see this chest opening and release. I know it's a lot of work. Open that chest. Nice. That's it. Rania, I prefer you bend your knees a little bit. Barakat, I prefer you bend your knees a bit. Yeah, there's too much hyperextension on the knee. If you're sitting high, it's better to bend the knee. Okay, relax a little bit. Of course, we're gonna do one more set. Okay, one more set. So we're gonna do it with rotation. So you still have your bands crossed? You have enough band there? All right, so you have the bands crossed. So I have my legs straight because it's easier for you to see me. I'm gonna pull this side, okay? So I'm gonna keep holding the band on the other side. You're gonna pull the scapula, rotate. I want the elbow high here too. You're gonna pull scapula, elbow stays wide and high. Keep pulling the scapula across to the other side of my butt, adding the rotation, and then you bring it back. Keep this arm, pull the scapula on the other side. Elbow is at chest level. I'm really reaching my body up. Again, if you pull with the arm, you're gonna shorten. The elbow and the distance of the arm here is almost staying 90 degrees. So pulling with the scapula, the other arm is reaching. Grow tall, grow tall, grow tall. The elbow is going away from you, yeah? Elbow's going away, scapula is rotating to my opposite butt. And bring it back. Shoulder wide, nice, that's much better. Okay, shoulder and elbow wide. Scapula, watch the pelvis that the pelvis doesn't rotate. Just the body, just from the waist up. Reach, rotate, grow tall so you stay aligned. Scapula, scapula. And this arm is reaching forward. If you push the band that's not working forward, it gives you more of a rotation. Try to alternate for 10. Remember which side you started to, and then try to, yeah. So one arm is reaching, the other one, the elbow is high. You're keeping almost 90 degrees of the arm. You're rotating. I want that scapula that's rotating back to come across to my butt. Look at the mirror. Come on, Fatima, more, more. Push the left arm forward. Yes, there you go. There you go, nice. You have range of motion, but squeeze the butt a little bit to keep the pelvis stable. Yeah, nice. Just from the back. Yes. When you grow taller, you feel that the whole body aligns a little bit more, right? So when you finish 8 to like 10 to even 12 on this one, yeah, just release the band and stretch it. Woo, nice work. Good, shoulder down, pull. Stretch. Nice work, ladies.
You're supposed to try and keep the shoulder down.
Yeah, all the time. So the scapula is going not just that. Why am I aiming to the opposite butt? Yeah. So if you aim to the opposite butt, you have to keep it down because it wants to go from up here to down here. Just this movement. So that's what I meant. Don't be careful with the elbow, yeah?
Not too much.
So shoulder down first and elbow, then that should stop the elbow from going up. If you're only reaching with elbow and not pulling the shoulders, then lift the shoulder.
Yeah.
Switch arms if you haven't. And then we're going to stretch with the legs in front of us too. So we're going to bring the legs forward, knees bent, hands on the outside of the foot. Now push your feet forward to pull the hands forward. And now round your upper back back. Woo! Open up the scapulas. So keep pushing the feet forward to pull the hands forward. Now push the chest back and open up the scapulas. Breathe there in between the scapulas. So your chest should not be on your thigh. It should be pulling away from your thigh. If this is too much flexion on anybody's discs back, don't do it. Do it more straight and try to push forward with the arms with the back, flatter back. And my hands on top of my feet is okay. Good. And then release, right hand, left foot. So I'm rotating it in and grabbing. Okay, but I'm squaring my chest forward. And you can put this hand on the floor if you want. Now, press forward, pull the arm, round straight back. Straight back, you're gonna get a deeper stretch. So don't rotate, rotate the other way. So if I'm stretching my right arm, my left shoulder is rotated to my right foot. Does that make sense? And then push back. And the hand on the floor, use it, push yourself back if you want. Bring that other hand forward with the plasma and push back with it. Yeah. And then switch. Okay, hand here. Now square, so the opposite shoulder that's not working, reach it to the foot that doesn't have the hand, put the hand on the floor. Yeah, so rotate and push back. This hand can help you push. And release, hands to the back to stretch the chest a bit. We did a lot of, it opened up through the back work, but here, hands clasped, roll the shoulder back, reach the hand to the floor, chest up. Now, keep the hands reaching down, chest reaching up, lift the arms. And breathe through your chest. You can use the band if you don't have the flexibility, double up the band, hold it in your hand, and do the same thing, yeah? Squeeze the scapula, reach the band down, chest up, and then breathe. Good, you can release again and go one more time. Squeeze and press. All kinds of weird tightness going on. Nice. And then last but not least, we can do triceps. You can stretch here. Lift the elbow, glide the hand under your back, and lift. Breathe. And then switch to the other side. Ooh, lots of tightness going on. We worked a bunch of stuff. Good, roll the shoulders when you're ready, ladies. Nice work. Keep stretching if you need to. And I'm gonna stop the video. You all get a copy of the videos if you want to repeat it. Okay.